What is up, friends? It is monk mode day 6, technically. Um, Today I'd like to talk a little bit about what I've learned so far and how it's going. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned so far is don't be so hard on yourself. If you're like me, you're a perfectionist and you want everything to be right. And if you fail at a challenge, if you don't do all the steps, then you've already lost. And I feel like that's definitely the wrong way to go about it. You have to be proud of what you're doing, what you're accomplishing. You have to celebrate the wins. You have to celebrate all the wins. I don't care how big or small the wins are. You have to celebrate them. Otherwise, for me, part of the problem is, always being hard on myself. Everybody else I give a pass and I celebrate and I think, wow, they're doing awesome. At least they're trying. But for me, there is no at least I'm trying. It's always, well, you're trying, but you didn't do good enough. So I think that's my first lesson is don't be so hard on yourself. The fact that it's 4:30 in the morning and I'm out here hitting the heavy bag or doing anything for that matter. The fact that I set my alarm for 4:30, even though I don't have to, I leave the house at about 7:30. I don't have to do that, but I do, and I do it every day. I do it on my days off. I think that's something to celebrate, and I think lesson number 1 is just to celebrate the wins. And I think number 2 is to keep moving forward. No matter what, don't look at yesterday, don't look at what you couldn't do, what you thought you couldn't do, how you felt, what people said, what people didn't say. Just keep moving forward. Any kind of movement forward is still forward motion. You just have to keep moving forward. Because if you stop, if you give up, then you fail. You just got to keep moving forward. It doesn't matter what you do, Progress is progress, and sometimes things take time. And you have to realize that. We're in a culture that truly wants to have everything now. We want to have everything now. We want it to be quick. We want it to be effortless. We want to take the shortcut. We don't want to wait. We don't have time to wait. We're in a hurry. We're a busy generation, right? We've got all these things to do. Yet where are we going? We're going nowhere fast is where we're going. So I think lesson number 2 is no matter what, just keep moving forward. And each day use it as an opportunity, whether you see things that you didn't like about what you did yesterday or how you could have done better. Well, today's another chance, isn't it? Today's another chance to do better. So, do better. Don't make excuses, just do better. Own up to the fact that you did or didn't do whatever. That's fine. Don't beat yourself up over it, but just do better. I think lesson number 3, and this is kind of a profound lesson that I'm trying to really wrap my mind around. Every single day, every single moment that you're here on this planet is one less day, one less moment that you have left. I went to a funeral yesterday, and the woman that died had a brain aneurysm, and she dropped mid-sentence. She was talking about her daughter's movie that she was in, and she just dropped with a brain aneurysm and died. And that was just a few days ago, and yesterday was the funeral. And I think that is definitely a wake-up call for anybody. We take life so serious, and everything is such a big deal. But the truth is, we're only here for until our due date, until the time's up. I mean, we don't get forever. Is there something else? Maybe. I don't know. But I do know this is what we have right this moment. So if you're wasting it thinking about someday you'll do this or someday you'll do that, you're truly wasting an opportunity, because you might not get a someday. You truly might not get a someday. And furthermore, what's really interesting is if you think about how many people had dreams and hopes before you that have already gone. Millions and millions of people have already passed away from all different types of reasons. And they all had dreams and hopes and fears and worries, and everything was important and drama. And guess what? They're not here now. And that, you cannot escape it, but your mortality is certain. You can't escape it either. Nobody can. We can't. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it works. And the sooner you can make peace with that, the sooner that you can realize that what you do on this planet may or may not make a difference. But I can tell you one thing, wasting any time worrying about it, that's epic. That's an epic waste of time. So you got to figure out, what are you going to do with your day? Are your goals really that important? Well, okay. If they are, then get to them. If they're not, then let it go. Don't worry about it. But at the end of the day, we can't worry. We just can't worry. Life's way too short and way too fleeting, and you just don't know what tomorrow brings. So keep that in mind. That might have been lesson 4. I lost track. Lesson 5 with monk mode, guys. Each step is important, okay? Meditation is important. Exercise is important. Eating right, reading, journaling. Each step is important. Getting off of social media, it is important. But here's the caveat. All of these things are important, but again, refer to lesson number 4. It's not the end of the world if you don't do it, okay? The whole point is for you to learn how to focus. The whole point is to give you time to focus. The whole point is to disconnect from the outside world for just a minute so that you can breathe long enough, so that you can think long enough, so that you can organize your thoughts, so that you can begin to clear your mind, to clean house, so to speak. And then you can start again. It's like a refresh. That's what it is. It's like a big refresh in your life. And for whatever reason, it might not work for you. It might not be for you. Like, I can't tell if all of this is good for me or not. And honestly, the craziest thing is, I personally got to this point in my life where I feel a little lost, a little discombobulated from years. It took years. It takes years to get to wherever you're at right now, guys. It takes a paradigm that you've built since you were a child, that somebody installed in you. It's your software. It's the hardware in your computer, okay? The software in your computer. It's the inside of the computer that you don't know anything about, that's been programmed. It's been programmed from way before you can remember, and you don't even know what you're doing half the time. You just go on autopilot. Most of your life you spend your time on autopilot. So it takes time to change that. Like some people go to CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, because they're trying to retrain their brain. They're trying to reprogram their brain. And essentially, for me, I can't speak for anyone else, but for me, that's where I'm at. I'm trying to retrain my brain because over years, I learned bad habits. Over years, I learned the wrong things. I learned that I wasn't worthwhile. My life wasn't worthwhile. The things I did weren't worthwhile. They didn't matter. None of the things I did mattered. And of course, none of that's true. I learned that nobody liked me. I learned that, to this day, people don't like me. And that's not true. It's just absolutely not true. And the harder you work, the more you find that you're going to, it's called cognitive bias. You're going to confirm everything that you believe, no matter what. You're going to confirm it. If you think people don't like you, you'll find a reason why people don't like you every single day. You'll find it. If you think everybody loves you, then you'll figure it out, It'll seem like everybody loves you. It's like, who are you, or who you are is based on who you think you are. It's not who you really are, it's who you think you are, because your behavior will coincide with who you think you are. So if you spend your whole life thinking you're worthless, you're going to be worthless. That's just all there is to it. And yes, deep down, of course you're not worthless, but you're creating that person, okay? So for me, monk mode is just another tactic. It's just another pathway. It's just another way for me to explore who I am, what I want. It's another way for me to focus. Another way for me to focus my attention. Another way to let my guard down, to be real, to really take a look in the mirror and figure out, who is this guy? What the heck does he want? What are you trying to accomplish? And so it's been pretty brilliant, and I'm really happy that I'm doing it. And each day I think I can get better at it. I'm not sure exactly how long. I'm not sure exactly the exact why. And none of that really matters to me, honestly. At the end of the day, all of that is just something to explain something to somebody else. I don't need to explain anything to myself. But for me, part of my personal challenge is making videos and journaling and teaching and learning and growing. And so that's part of my journey, and I enjoy that. And so I spend time making these videos, having these conversations. Basically, for me, it's thinking out loud. I like to think out loud, and I like to process all the thoughts in my head, because there's a lot of them. Overthinking is strong in this one. But overthinking can ruin things too. So sometimes you got to just let go. Don't worry about it. Process your thoughts. Move forward. Find the next thing. Find the next thing. You can fail 10,000 times, but win one time. Sometimes that one time is all you need. So that's where I'm at, and I'm really appreciating where I'm at. So I appreciate anybody who watches these things or listens or supports in any way, shape, or form. Is this the textbook monk mode? No, it's not. You can Google it, and this wouldn't be it. You can YouTube it. But you know what? I don't care. I'm not on another person's journey. I'm on my journey. And my journey is important. My journey is extremely important for me. And I think to grow as a person, I don't care how long it takes. I don't care if it takes a lifetime. You just have to keep moving forward. Learn, grow, adjust, keep moving forward. And then you'll find it. That's all there is to it. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. I appreciate anybody who tunes in. I appreciate all the support. And yeah, I will see you next time.